Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks for coming by today. Just gonna do some August reading plans because it is that time. Yeah, July has flown by, so it is time for August and reading plans. And most of my, of course, August reading will be for Garbaugust. Lots of trashy fun reads to look forward to, and that's what I'm really excited about. So let's let's dig right in because I've got just basically a pile of books over here that I pulled out. So yes, let's get going. So a couple of announcements before I get into Garbaugust. Of course, our book club pick for the Death by TBR book club that I co-host with Kelly from Kelly Hooked on Books. We're going to be reading Took by Mary Downey Hahn in August, and this I'm really excited about. It's going to be a nice little spooky sort of ghost story. Mary Downey Hahn, of course, is a middle grade author, and her books are excellent. They're really great. I have enjoyed all of the Mary Downey Hahn that I've read so far, and this one also involves a creepy doll. So honestly, I'm here for it. It's just the vibes I'm needing right now. Also for the 70s Horror Project, which is kind of the brainchild of Greg over Another Boobiephile Reads, where there's a little group of us reading through some 70s horror books and having little chats at the end of the month, and kind of join in if win if you can kind of thing. And so the pick for August, as a reminder, is Gwen Green. I'm looking forward to that one. I think I've heard mixed things about it, but hopefully I'm gonna have time for it to give it a go. And I think that's it. There's other book clubs and things going on too, but I don't even know what they are. I will join in if I can, kind of thing. So Garbaugust. So as a reminder, we do have a group read for Garbaugust this year as well, which is Valley of the Dolls. I think it's going to be great, and I'm really looking forward to reading Valley of the Dolls. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And as, of course, another reminder, because I did put my pre-order in and I'm really looking forward to it, is the Garbology, which is a short story collection of all kinds of trashy fun short stories written by, fellow booktubers, authors, whoever wanted to submit a story. They put it all together. This is Olly from Canal, of course, the creator of Garbaugust and Troy Trade-Up, and so I'm really looking forward to starting this on August 1st. So I'll put the link below to the Amazon link where you can get your copy, and I'm jazzed. I'm excited to read it. So I think that's kind of all of the sort of announcement things. So again, I've already put my announcement out. So we've got the weekly prompts, we've got the Garbingo board, we've got reading through the decades, there's Instagram prompts, all that stuff. It's gonna be a really super fun month, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I collect, I've been just collecting books. Not so much this year, so I haven't been buying books, but I definitely have been collecting. Always, when I see a book, I'm like, I could use it for Garbaugust, and I'll pick it up. It's just 50 cents or whatever. Yeah, so that's me. So I'll put a little. Here's the Garbingo board. I'm gonna always try to, mark what I can off of the Garbingo board and try to at least make a couple of bingos, but it should be fun. Yeah, it should be lots of fun. So basically, I'm just going to show you some books that I'm thinking about getting into. You let me know if you've read any of them or whatever. And we're just going to go from there. So first up, I did want to pull, first up, let me talk about this, because this is going to be the year that I'm finally going to finish Angora Fever, okay? I've been reading this for the past 2 Garbaugusts, and I'm going to finish it this month, this year, because I've only got a handful of stories left. This is, of course, the collected short stories of Edward D. Wood Jr., and I've been, like I said, going through these stories, because it's a lot in here, going through these stories for the past couple of Garbaugusts, and so there's 60 stories in here, so yeah, it's quite a collection. So yeah, I've only got a handful left, so I'm really looking forward to finishing up this collection finally, and of course we'll continue to keep sort of a count of how many times an Angora sweater is mentioned. This many times so far, so it's been fun. So yes, I will be continuing with that. Now I did want to go ahead and pull out some modern, what I was considering kind of modern trash, because one of the bingo cards is to read modern trash, and of course is to read trash from different, through the decades. Now these 4 I pulled because they do sound like they've got some, vibes. You know what I mean? So Kill the Babysitter by Stephanie Sparks. Just the title alone, sounds really sort of trashy. A babysitter's going with some kids, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Chain Devils by Matthew Mitchell. This one sounds like a freaking wild ride, and like a post-apocalyptic type of story, set in like the Appalachian Mountains. Like, I'm here for it. This Carlton Mellick book, which I've had for a little while now, every time we meet at the Dairy Queen, your whole effing face explodes. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And Sodergren, like the Forgotten Island. This sounds kind of, even though it's a little thicker though, so I don't know. But people go to Thailand and then they get into a mess. That sounds like a sort of lovely little trashy story as well. So these are sort of some picks for some modern trash. And these are, of course, just my physical books. I've got probably some stuff on my e-reader and stuff too. So those are some modern picks so far. Okay, life here at my house. Okay, let's go through these books. All right. First of all, let's go through. Got a couple other ones here. Here's another. Some novelization tie-in type books. First of all, most importantly, this book will get read is a Red Dwarf book. Red Dwarf Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers by Grant Naylor, and I will be reading this in honor of Alice, our dear Alice, who we of course passed away here recently on BookTube. But she of course was one of our original hosts for the first year of Garbaugust, so we are honoring her. One of the bingo boards is to read a mystery book that has cats in it. But I'm going to try to do that too, but I definitely am going to read this Red Dwarf book in her honor, because she read some Red Dwarf. I know at least one Red Dwarf book for Garbaugust in the past, so looking forward to that. So some other things I've got a Cocoon. I've got Cocoon novelization. That could be fun. I've got Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. I've got the Star Trek novel that I think I've had on every Garbaugust TBR. Will this be the year I read it? Who knows? But this is Star Trek Dreadnought by Diane Carey. I always put it on the list because, of course, one of the bingo squares is to read a book that has an exclamation mark in the title. So that's why I always bring it out. I don't read it, but I put it on the list. I got some Angel books. I could read one of these finally. That could be fun. Most people don't like Angel, but I do. I got Alien Resurrection. Yeah, novelization. Got that. That could be fun. I recently found a couple of these little sort of junior, sort of middle grade X-Files books. This is number 8, Voltage. A novel by Easton Royce. I love X-Files. That could be fun. All right, so I got those. For the week to read category romance or you should try to read both. I'm just saying. I got some category romance here. I got Silhouette Desire, Just a Little Bit Married by Eileen Wilkes. I'm not sure what this. Oh, he's got a good gun. I don't know. I got a Harlequin Intrigue by Carla Cassidy called Profile Durango. Got that gun on the cover. I got this Con Man by I dropped it. by Maris Soul. Love Swept 635. Another Harlequin Intrigue, Howling in the Darkness by B.J. Daniels. And I have another Blaze book. It's a Harlequin Blaze. Tempting Adam by Dory Graham. Those are some picks for category romance. Got a few things I could probably pick up for men's adventure. I've got, of course, an Eve Bang book from the 87th Precinct. This is Poison. I don't know what number this is in the series, but whatever. It's got a great cover. I always love this skull sitting on this flower. Pretty cool. I've read one of the 87th Precinct books so far. It's pretty cool. I have one of the Track books by Jerry Ahern. This is called The Hard Way, a knife-edged story of adventure and terror set in the neon jungle of Las Vegas. Nothing says trash like a Las Vegas, so that could be fun. I've got Sleeper by Stephen Harriman. I think, is it meant? Yeah, I'm going to call it men's adventure. There's something that has been cryogenically frozen underneath the Pentagon. Someone has woken up. It's a monster. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, I've got a couple of things that I think will fit the sex and or violence week for sure. This might be Men's Adventure-ish. The Tough and the Tufts, but this is a John Creasy book. This has gangs in it, so that's kind of why I pulled this one, because one of the bingo squares is to read a book about gangs. I don't know what number again series this isn't the Toff series, but doesn't matter. Groomed for Murder looks pretty fun. I'm not going to get to it for July, so could be fun for Garbaugust. I think it's going to have sex and violence in it, so this will be fun. This one, I think, probably the sex and violence too. Maybe a bit more violence. Face Maker by William Katz. But a plastic surgeon, who's like the world's top plastic surgeon, and his newest masterpiece is this lady named Carly Randall, and she has like the perfect face, so she's like really cool and really down with that. And still, she's discovered she is not, an original. Her face has been sculpted before. Dun, dun, dun. This Erica Jong book. If you're flying, this is going to be nothing but raunchiness, and I cannot wait. And what year did this come out? 1973. Very excited. A dazzlingly uninhibited novel that exposes a woman's most intimate sexual feelings. I am so jazzed. And a Gore Vidal book. I mean, I don't know why not. I feel like this was probably really controversial when it came out. It's called The City and the Pillar. Right here it says, devastatingly honest novel of the homosexual underground. On its first publication, it scandalized America. So yeah, I just feel like just that it was probably deemed trashy, at least by some people. So this is also came out in the 70s, so it's quite slim. So this could be a lot of fun. These are just some random things, like another kind of a killer animal type book, but also the Hephaestus Plague by Thomas Page. Deadly Swarm of Fiery Creatures. I think a form of beetle. Unknown to modern science. They learn to travel. So maybe this is like a sci-fi animal attack book. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think this is kind of like a little YA book. Possibly middle grade by the text. Danny Dunn, Invisible Boy. By Jay Williams and Raymond Abrushkin. It just sounds really fun. So Danny and Professor Bullfinch, that's a great name, had invented a brilliant new machine that enabled him to learn about people and things without being seen. I started this one, Garbaugust, and I didn't finish it. I think that I'm going to try to finish this year. This is a sort of fantasy novel, Silverglass by J.F. Rifkin. I was actually really enjoying it. I think I just ran out of time. I think I read this started this the first year, Garbaugust. I just ran out of time, I think, for the month, and so I kind of put it down. But I mean, this saucy lady on the front, I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to getting back into that one. This one I think is just going to be nothing but drama. It is called Rampage, a riveting novel of treachery, violence, and sex in a small southern town by Harry Whittington. It could a Southern Peyton Place on the top there. There's a lot of stuff going on in this one. I think it could be definitely outdated, possibly offensive, really trashy. I'm really looking forward to this one, actually. A couple more randoms. I like to read another Nancy Drew Files book, I think. This is case number 6, which will be the next up in the series as far as the books that I have. Whitewater Terror. This one sounds fun, kind of summery, good for August. So Nancy is on a whitewater adventure that soon's become a deadly game of cat and mouse. So this one, these Nancy Drew Files, Nancy's, she's not in high school anymore, and I don't know, they're a little bit more scandalous, so I think they fit Garbaugust pretty well. I mean, this one here, Venus on a Half Shell by Kilgore Trout, who we know Kilgore Trout is mentioned in, what's that book? What's the Kurt Vonnegut book? Anyway, this book. And so this is a book written by him. It's not really. I looked up who this was written by, and now I've forgotten. Does it say here anywhere? Anyway, also from the 70s. So it just sounds like a lot of fun. About a space wanderer. I mean, Whitley Strieber, I feel, you know, I actually don't have a lot of paperbacks from hell on my list. I need to probably could pull a few more, but this one I did pull, Billy by Whitley Strieber. Setback cover, of course, as a thing on the Garbaugust board. But this one, this guy like kidnaps this Billy out of, you know, from a mall, basically. Taking him away for the son that he always wished he had. But you know, of course, Billy just starts a nightmare from there. I don't know. It seems gripping. I did pull a Claire McNally book because this one sounds fun. Cries of the Children. Right? So, were they blessed with the gift to heal or cursed with the power to harm? 3 creepy kids embraced by lightning. I mean, please. Please. Thank you. Yes. I did want to pull at least one John Saul book. So I probably will pull, I got about 11 John Saul books on my shelf. I want to try to read one of those as well. I'm sure I'll find some trashy things on audio. I'm sure I'll maybe some trashy things on my e-reader. It's going to be a trash-filled month, and I cannot wait. So, hopefully this maybe gives you some ideas of some things you can read or what you're looking for or whatever. Let me know what you're going to be reading in August. Are you getting trashy with us? I hope so. I want to know what you're going to read for Garbaugust. Let me know. And, yeah, so that's going to do it for me today. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.